Hey, guys, let's get this rolling. Who's on the group right now? All right, guys. So I've got someone on the just double check basically. So I was just checking to see if there's anyone on the stream. There's one person on the stream, so I'm going to leave that there for now. Let's get this out. Let's see. Hold on, pop out here. Let's use a pop out chat. So we can get rid of all of this and we can leave this there. So I'm just going to use a pop out. So I can see there's one person here so far, so I'll leave that here right now. Anybody else coming on, at least we can see what's going on, right? So Mr. Mannan is here. I'm going to start this as soon as we got a few more people. So let's have a look and see how many more. I've realized we were having some audio issues, so at least now you won't have any audio issues. You will be able to see what's going on while I do my other stuff. So question now is, how many people do we have on the channel? So how many people watching is the question, right? Let's see what's going on here. How many people watching? How many people here? Mr. Prince, we're going to wait for a few more people to join in, okay, and then we'll jump into this straight away. So I've got quite a few stuff here I think everyone's going to like. So let's have a look and see what's going on here. Right, let's get rid of this for now and let's just stick around. So anyone else on the chat? No, you, only you. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so there's other people coming. They just messaged me. So for now, let's do this. Like, let's start this. Okay, so we'll leave you here. Okay. All right. Yes, bro. Thank you very much. Right. So let's move into the content for today, right? I think it's quite important. We're going to talk about the content for today. So we've got an issue basically. Let's see where we are. So today the subject is I'm not going to talk about Bitcoin, what's happening with Bitcoin basically. So currently we've got this rumor flying around that Apple has bought $2 billion in BTC. Some people say 2.5. It's a massive rumor, right? It's exploding everywhere. So many people are talking about this. Now, the problem is you got this, it's a rumor, right? There's no confirmation if it's true or not. All right, so we're obviously seeing this, and it's like, so this is kind of weird because we know that Apple is interested because Apple is hiring developers. Now, question is, are they hiring developers to integrate BTC and crypto into their products, or did they actually buy any? So we know, like recently in early February, when Tesla announced the $1.5 billion purchase of BTC spiked 20% on that same day, right? We know this, right? Right now, obviously, well, everyone knows who Ran is, right? The on-chain capital Ran. This is his probability, basically what he's saying. So if negative probabilities were the thing, that's what would give them the chances of Apple buying $2.5 billion worth. So this is what he has to say, and you know where he's from. He's from Crypto Banter. That's him. But the question is right now, we know that they are definitely recruiting people, right? But we haven't actually seen anything. All of this is rumor. So obviously with this particular rumor, takes us back to the situation where we are, for example, here, right? We've got a rumor, but at the same time, nothing makes any sense when we're looking at this, right? You know, even on a daily, for example, or even 12 hours. Let's do 12 hours because this news broke out a little while ago. So let's have a look at 12 hours and see what this news has done. Absolutely nothing. right? Absolutely nothing. So I think it's still going to stay as a rumor. There's really no confirmation. I don't see any bullish action, and each candle is a 12-hour candle. So you can see for the past 48 hours, absolutely nothing, right? And you can see we're still within this channel. We didn't see a pump or anything because there's no confirmation. Absolutely zero confirmation, right? So that kind of takes us back to the situation where are we? Let me get this back up again, right? So situation where obviously if we did have this, we could expect at least a 5% up or something, but instead BTC is down. All right, BTC is down. If you actually look at the market cap, all right, you can see BTC is down, currently down 1%. And this news broke out like on Twitter approximately 18 hours ago, right? Or maybe even 24 hours ago. But the point is nothing. There's been zero action. In fact, if you look at this 24 hours, nothing, right? So for me, it's just looking like a big rumor, nothing more. I don't really see anything interesting happening. So just take it with a pinch of salt, where we are right now. So I'm just having a bit of fun. So I've got this new software where basically I'm just observing it on the minute by minute candle, and it looks beautiful when we look at this. Also, I've got a few indicators activated, which actually just having a bit of fun, nothing more. But so somebody asked me today, basically said, what's my thoughts, right? So this was a question he asked. He said, bro, what's your thoughts on what's going on? Well, my thoughts is this is not genuine. I don't think anything's happening here. This is just a rumor. I don't see anything much happening. If it did, I think Apple would definitely, for their own benefit, right? Understand where I'm coming from. If they bought $2.5 billion for their own benefit, they will definitely come out and have a nice little scream, shout about it. And if they did, then we could expect to see a massive pump, right? So this is all I'm thinking right now. I can't really think of anything else, when it comes to what might happen, what might not. So let's see. It's one of those. Let's have a look, see what's going on. So I'm just going to quickly have a look at the chats. Give me 1 second. Let me see what's happening with the chats. Give me a second. I just want to see if there is anything going on. Okay, so we got one person on the chat, so we've got a few people watching. But anyway, listen guys, fire out your questions. If you do have any questions, fire them out, and I'll check it out, and we go from there, right? So if there's anything else now, there's not really much to talk about. I'm being honest with you here, right? Completely being honest with you here. You can have these kind of information where they like to kind of show us and say to us that, okay, this might be the case, that might be the case, a lot of rumor here and there. But currently, when we look at the market, we're going to look at certain metrics in the market. And sorry, give me a second. We're looking at certain metrics in the market. And remember, I like to use these particular metrics. When we're looking at them, we don't really see any movement. Also another thing to note, right, and it's very important, by the way, one other thing to note, everybody needs to note this, right? One of the biggest problem that these institutions and everybody have, regardless whether it's Apple or whoever it is, right? So, when we're talking about these people, for example, let's go open a fresh page here. Apple buys BTC, right? Let's just type this for a second, right? You've got all of these, like these are news, has Apple really bought all of these stuff, right? All you've got is one of the co-founders, right? This is just a co-founder, and he's been going on about it for some time now, actually. So he's been going on about it for a few, I think a few days ago he mentioned this mathematical, and people are picking this up now. This is old news being picked up. Now, whether it's being paid for or not, that's a different story. But these are all, so far, there is not a single confirmation from anyone in the Apple group, right, talking about this. Right, you look at this 4th March, we had this rumor coming out, right? 4th of March, right? Here you got April, again, same thing. Apple told to invest in Bitcoin as 40 billion a year revenue. What? It doesn't make any sense, right? So you got all of these fake news going on. Also, there's another situation, like for example, Binance, right? So let's go into Cointelegraph, right? Let's go into Cointelegraph, right? And let's refresh this. All right, there's a lot of news going on. For example, like there's talks about Binance and all sorts. Like, so this is South Korea's giant bids for central bank digital currency. This is the, remember the Clayton, I was talking about Clayton Clay currency. This is literally the same company. So Naver and Kakao are among the first top contenders to get this. Right, so they've obviously been working with some technology. That's what they're doing. This is what's been going on here, right? You know, and you can go on and you can see so many different things. You know, good news out there, right? There's a lot of, you know, these are good news. You know, I don't see any bad news here, right? The only bad news I see is, for example, China, where is it? Load more articles. China, they have an issue with USDT because a lot of money is being used by USDT. So China might ban USDT. That's all I see. The other news I see is, for example, srcl, the cryptocurrency platform. They've just gone publicly listed, and actually let's search this one. This is really, really interesting, right? srcl goes public. Right, let's have a look at this. You're going to love this one, right? Cryptocurrency company, this is a SPAC deal, right? And I want to talk about this, and you're going to love what you're about to see, right? Let's accept all of this nonsense, whatever this is, TechCrunch. Right, so basically what they've done, they've partnered with a company called Concord. Right now, guess this company Concord, right? You're going to hear this, you're going to love this one, right? srcl has announced that it plans to become a public company, and it has, by the way, already. Crypto company will merge with Concord. Now, Concord Acquisition Group will be branding themselves as srcl on the, you know, like NASDAQ, whatever, this and that, you know, those publicly listed company, right? So as a public, so they're kind of bootstrapping in order to get to that. Now, srcl is better known as one of the founding members of the Center consortium with Coinbase. So you see the kind of level of centralization along with crypto partners, right? They have issued USDC coin, so which is the USDC coin, right? Popular stable coin. Now, SPAC is a publicly traded blank check company, right? Means that you don't need to. So when srcl is going public, they didn't have to go through the regulation because there's already a company called Concord Acquisition who's basically listed, who is now just going to white label themselves as thing and go ahead, right? But there's more to this, right? There's more to this. So you see this company, what's it called? This particular company, Concord Consortium. Well, recently you heard how Binance was basically blocked, right? So we've recently heard how Binance is blocked by Barclays. So Barclays won't allow you to send or withdraw any money. All right, if you're using a thing. Well, guess who Concord deals with? Barclays. Right, this is again, Barclays is part of this company, right? And then when you look at who this is connected with this. Remember, I told you there's this FUD, all of this FUD. There's a lot going on here. All right. So when we look at Concord, like let's do Concord Acquisition Company. Let's do this company, right? Let's go search this company now, because I can go on about this. There's a lot going on. Obviously, I'm not putting everything in detail. Right, but when you look at this company, you can see how many different things they've been partnering with, right? So as a sponsor, Congo affiliate, Atlas Merchant, whatever, we don't want to know about this. SEC filing, our team. Let's see what else they got. All right, because these guys are into a lot of stuff, right? Where is it? Comedy charter. I'm trying to get their stuff, so I'm doing it right in front of you guys. There's a lot going on here. Governance out team, SEC filing, press releases. Let's have a look at press release and see what's going on. Right? Merchant capital. Because there is some really crazy stuff going on here, right? What they're doing. So there's a guy here, I'll show you, and he's actually part of the, oh, there you go, look, check this out. So Bob Diamond serves as the chairman of the board of directors, founding partner of Chica, whatever, this. Let's see, he became an executive, what was it? He became an executive director of Barclays in 2005. So you see how they're connected. Even Morgan Stanley is connected, right? So you keep on looking. These are all from the same place. Do you see what I mean? So I can go on about this, and obviously it's like a conspiracy, but that's what's going on. You know, you see this stuff here. You see who this guy is. He's come from a particular background, and he has enough connections to start messing around, right? So that's what I'm looking at, and I'm seeing, like, there's a lot of, and I can go on with the listing, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on here that you have to understand, where these companies, they come in and what they're planning to do, right? For example, let's have a look at this one. Look at this $4.5 billion merger. Why? again, the same stuff comes in. These companies, what they want, right, is the crypto, is your Bitcoin. They want total control over it. So the symbol would be srcl, right? This is what they're going to change their new stock to and whatever, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to be on the S&P 500, right? Now, for me, you know, when I'm looking at all of this stuff and I'm looking at the total market cap, right? So let me just switch this off, right? I'm looking at the total market cap. You know, when you look at this and you see how where we were and where we are right now, all right? One of the things that I see is the control, right? What the control is. So currently, for example, even if we go here, when you're looking at the total market cap control, and I've talked about this before, the 1.3 trillion we see right now, this is not retail money. This is not retail money. I'm telling you, this stuff here is not retail money. This is institutional money. So there was a time when everybody wanted the institutions to come in. Well, guess what? You've got your institutions coming in. And now do you know what's happened? Now what's happened is the institutions are in control. They're in pure control. They're controlling every one of, right, the Wyckoff method. And I've clearly said this, right? And I've said this on a video. I've said this on everything. I said, well, you know, Wyckoff can go and fuck off, right? I've said this blatantly. I was looking around a little bit more and I went in deep, and what I saw and what I found was insane. So, you know, when people talk about Wyckoff in the Bitcoin, well, I'm still going to stand by it. You can fuck off because I don't really give a damn about that. But I'll tell you where the Wyckoff did show up. This is a Wyckoff pattern. This is funny, right? So institutions, there's no, you know, people are putting the pattern on multiple places and saying, oh, well, if you put it from here to here, this is a Wyckoff. Well, guess what, guys? This is not a Wyckoff. Because guess what? Recently, nobody's been talking about it. Why? Because end of the day, that pattern didn't play out. Because that pattern could easily play out on a 5-minute, could easily play out on an hourly, could easily play out on multiple different time frames. And if you just put it on a certain location and say, well, that's where they've been playing from, well, that's not good enough. That is absolutely not good enough. That's not where we want to be. Guys, let me just check. How's the stream going? Can you hear me properly and everything? Please let me know. I just want to double check if you can hear me while we're talking on this, right? Somebody say something, so let me know. Let me just refresh this. 1 second. Let's reload. Let's see what's going on. Anyone here? Right, okay, I have no idea, so I'm not going to even bother with all of this, right? Just leave it here for now. So yeah, so the situation we've got, right, is we've got this, you know, like people try and put the Wyckoff distribution, and I'll show you what I mean by the Wyckoff distribution as well, because it does, you know, when you start looking at certain things, it does make sense, right? Let's have a look at this white images, right? I want to show you the Wyckoff pattern. Let's have a look at this, right? Let's bring this one here, all right? So you see this pattern here, right? This pattern here, can I make it larger? Probably not, but let me see if I can. Give me a second. Okay, well, big enough, right? So what it's showing is phase A, B, C, D, E, right? This is the kind of the schematic that basically has, and it's on multiple different time frames, right? So this is the downward, so this would be the downward distribution schematic, right? That's the one we're on. And if you look closely at this one, you see that this was the distribution. So that's what I saw on the total market cap. On this, I didn't see it at all. I actually saw more of it on this particular total market cap. If you do it on the daily, for example, you can actually see it clearly. So it's been playing for a longer time, and this is what they've been doing, right? If you look at this, they've been constantly doing this on the market cap, right? You can see the patterns playing around over and over again on the market cap. So remember what I'm about to say here. But when it comes to BTC, that's not what's going on. There's a whole different story. They're controlling the entire market right now. They're not doing basically just, you know, some basic stuff here. So yeah, I mean, there's some crazy stuff obviously that we've got to be looking at now. Let's have a look. SM all good, KR all good. All right, good. That's good. All right, I'm glad it's all good, because I'm having some issues. I think let me double check, because what I'm looking at is the stream health. No, stream health seems fine, because I was looking at the CPU and double checking basically what's going on. So that's what's going on now. Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about? If you do, then let me know quickly. I'm kind of short of time, so I'm going to do my best and get you guys over there. Yeah, I'm not doing any products. So if you guys just saw this, they're not, Coke doesn't pay me for anything. We're not doing any products on this. All right. Right. Where are we at? Anything? Either let me know on the chat or just message me on WhatsApp or something. It doesn't matter. But let me know what's going on. So if there's anything else you want basically me to talk about here. So yeah, this, as I, like, you know, what I'm seeing. Anyway, let's do some technicals right now, right? Let's get off this one. Let's go here and do some technicals here. And what I want to show you is some awesome stuff here, right? Let's go to technicals. Let's go to the daily time frame. Right, so we're in the daily time frame, right? And actually, no, on the weekly. Let's go on the weekly because I did put a little mark here to kind of show me what I'm talking about, right? So you see these particular levels here. This is quite funny. So this purple, this pinkish line here is actually what is known as your what is the 50-week moving average. Right, this purple line is, or pink line, whatever you want to call it, is the 50-week moving average, and this is the 20-week moving average. Now we can use the 21-week, 20-week, it doesn't matter, we're close enough. And what I'm looking at is this particular range, right? This is a range that I'm looking at, and on this particular range, you can see that this is the situation. We need to, right, get above this $46,000. So this particular candle here, right, in order to be bullish again. If we're not, then we do have some problems, right? And the problems we can see is this problem here. So for example, if we take this and just put it here for a second, give me a second, I'm just doing something, give me a second, right? I'll take this and we'll put it back here, right? Let's just put it here, right? So the problem we see, right, and I'm trying to show you on two different time frames, right, so you can see that basically where we are. So the current problem we got is obviously we had the low of 28, and by the way, this is just tracking one exchange. So we were having a low of, you know, close to 28, 29, we can call it whatever you want to call it, that doesn't matter. This is the situation we've got. But on the worst case scenario, if we don't get out of this particular zone, because currently we're in this zone, regardless whether you, whatever you say, we're just bouncing between these 20-week and the 50-week moving average. If we don't get out of the zone, we've got 17,000 flashing, right? I don't know if you can see this, 17,600 flashing. That's what we've got, right? So we don't want to be in these zones, whatever we do, right? We want to get out of the zone. We want to get back up again. And to get back up, as you can see, the 46 is a bit of an issue right now. Message, hold on, anybody? Okay, so somebody else is watching as well, so they put a message there. Anyway, so that's what we're seeing. Now let's go to the shorter time frame and quickly get you over this shorter time frame. So what I'm seeing on the shorter time frame, let me go into auto mode, right? Shorter time frame. So on the shorter time frame, you've got this yellow line represents the 20-week moving average. This is the 50-week moving average, 200-week moving average. This is representing your death cross or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to just switch them off for now. We don't want to really talk. Actually, we do want to talk about this too. This one and this one. Sorry. We don't need the 20. All we need is this two. Again, as you can see here, so this is our 50-week moving average. We're kind of just hovering below this, right? And what we are seeing here is the 35K, right? This 35K line here, 35,445, is actually our resistance level. As long as we can break this resistance within the next bullish, if we can be bullish, right, and we can break this resistance level, we should be okay. Now, also what I've seen is this ascending triangle. So this particular triangle here has become our zone. So what we're seeing is we got a squeeze coming in, right? Let me deactivate some of the stuff. So what we've got here is a bit of a squeeze coming here, right? So what we're gonna see is something like this, where, you know, it's obviously touched here. We're gonna probably see go up here, come down here, go there. Let me make it larger. Right, so this is the kind of stuff we're going to see until we see, at least hopefully we see a breakout. Now, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting us to bounce here, test it once more, come back down here, test it again, come back here, test it again, maybe come here and then shoot up, right? Because the level right now is, the resistance is not much. It's got very little resistance. You see what I mean? It's got very, very little resistance. So I believe that we can actually do this. from what I'm seeing, right? We can actually have this breakout. Now, unfortunately, if we don't have a breakout, then you do know what the lower levels are from where we are right now. So for example, even here, if we did up to here, and the lower level is the 30K, right? That's where we would be, right? And just to get confluence, we can also check it on the, where's the other one? Avalanche worth, hold on, let's have a look. Worth loading on. Yes, of course, let's go and talk about it. Give me a second. Let's find, sorry, I'm just looking through. Let's find this one, right? Is Avalanche worth it? Of course it's worth it. I'm gonna hold on one second. I'll tell you something and you'll understand what I mean by that. Let's just sort this out. Boom. Right. All right, let's go to this one. Right, what I want to talk about, Avalanche, right? So let's do AVAX, right? There's a few coins that you have to understand are one of the best coins out there, right? And this is what Avalanche is, right? So this is on a daily. Oh, come on. AVAX. Let's find another one, by the way. This one seems to be a bit buggy. Also, the computer is bugging out because of obviously how much resources I'm using. Okay, so this is the structure, right? This is the structure. In fact, we can actually probably even see the structure here. Give me a second. Let's have a look. AVAX. Give me a sec. Have a look. Have a look. See what it brings up, if it does bring up what I want. No, it doesn't. Okay, let's do it from here. This is better. I just want to show you a structure so you understand what it is. This is AVA, all right? This is AVA from where it was, and this is where it went, and this is where it is now. This, as long as we're here and we're not back down here, this is really good. And obviously you're getting a massive discount, as you mentioned, like a 60% discount. I'm not able to see the chat, so let's see, hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to shuffle through. 66 down. Okay, so yes, it is 66% down. I mean, we can also measure this just to double check from where we are, right? So from here to here, let's have a look. Sorry, my bad. Let's have a look. Actually, from the top, if you look right from the top where we had the top, it's actually 85% down. So definitely a good buy. You know, when I talk about coins, right, remember there's a few coins I always talk about, right? And we can go back to coin market cap, and a lot has changed here. Let's get rid of this, right? Sorry, I just reset my browser today because I had a few bugs in there to sort out. But if we're talking about coins to load up on, right? And top coins, number one coins that we would want to load up on. Look, BTC, number one. Ethereum is definitely there. BNB coin is definitely there. In Binance, the exchange can go down, but BNB is now established. Cardano, top coin. And whenever you're seeing discounts, pick them up, right? Cardano, these are top coin. They are going to pump, right? Where is it? Polkadot, top coin. You know, you want to hold on to this, right? Polkadot, top coin. I'm going to skip others for now, just for now, right? LTC, funnily, it wasn't on my portfolio because I offloaded as much as I could, but I'm going to be picking some up because they are actually doing something, some good stuff here. So I'm going to be picking them up again. Solana is a blockchain. You want to hold on to this. Chainlink, now is a good opportunity to pick up some. If it's any lower, pick some more. Chainlink is a good opportunity, so pick up some of that. Polygon Matic, definitely these are coins that you want to hold, right? These are coins that you want to be holding. All right, yes, bro, I'll do an FBTC pair, no worries. So Polygon, definitely want to hold on. Now there's another one I want you to just observe. Ethereum Classic. With Ethereum Classic, what you've got is the founder of Polkadot, sorry, not Polkadot, Cardano, Charles Hoskinson. Apparently he's going to be a chairman on this now. I think it's coming back again. I have no idea what's going on. 1 second, let me just open this up a little bit more. Thorchain. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about Thorchain. I talked about Thor the other day, but we'll talk about it again, right? So Polygon, definitely you want to hold. This one, just, I don't know, maybe. Definitely good one to hold. VeChain, definitely good one to hold. Actually, VeChain recently just became a partner with a company called shopping.com or something, or shopping.io. and companies like Amazon and this and that, you can actually plug it in. That's what the shopping.io does. So you can now buy products from eBay or whatever via shopping.io and use VeChain as a payment services. But VeChain's been doing kind of things like this for quite a bit. No, bro, I don't look at XRP, unfortunately. Sorry, I'm not an XRP army. I know you are, but I'm not. What's the other one? I mean, Monero is always a good hold. It's a privacy coin if you want to. It's not for everybody, but you know, it's one that I have a good sentimental value to. Terra Luna has been exploding quite good as well. So Terra Luna, definitely want to be looking at holding if you can. Not going to talk about this. This is okay. Listen, I'm still holding some, so it doesn't matter. But point is I'm still waiting. I know the market's going to pump. What I'm really happy about this is this level here. You know, it really didn't affect anything. Okay, it may have gone down a few ranks, but this level here is still holding, and that's really good to see. All right, that's really good to see. What else? Let's have a look. Right, this is a coin to hold. Remember when this pumped and it went all the way to like number 20 or number 13 or 14, right, at one point, and it was like $4 or $5. Well, look at this. You're getting some massive discounts on this, and this is the one I'm talking about. Kakao and Naver, they are basically working in South Korea, so I'll definitely hold on to this one. Where's the other one? This one is not ready yet. Trust me, it's not ready yet. This one, what they're building with their flexor chain and everything, is a whole different ball game. Avalanche, obviously, I talked about it. Avalanche is a good buy. Blockchains is always good to buy and hold. All right. In fact, one of the best ones that I'm going to be looking into right now is Kasuma. Kasuma was up, heavily up, right? So when it was up, it was too expensive. All right, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Right, in my opinion, it was just too overrated, too expensive. So when it was around here, you're looking at, you know, $350, $500, $600, right? Too expensive. Right now, you're getting this discount, right? Kasuma is really, really good, especially for the Polkadot, what do you call this? The token launch, because you know Polkadot uses Kasuma as an auction platform in order to launch protocols. So if you want to launch your product, you go and people go and lock their Kasuma, and then from that point onwards, we basically move. You know, that's how it works, right? So Polkadot is definitely using Kasuma. So anybody who's got Polkadot, have equal amount in Kasuma, just because Kasuma is going to pump. Also, the other thing about Kasuma is there's not many left. This is it. This is the circulating supply. I think they had 10 million circulating supply. Oh, sorry, total supply, if I'm correct. What was it? Let me just have a look. Kasuma's total circulating supply. Where was it? Price. Where can I see this? So, okay, but well, their max supply was this. Look, 9,600,000 token, and they've currently almost, so you can say 95%, 90% of total circulating supply is out there. These are the stuff you need to look at, right? When you're looking at stuff like this, you've got to look at that. Okay, so someone just said he's bought all the top ones. That's good, right? That's good. So you got all of those Kasuma and everything. So these are top coins. I mean, we can go down the list and we can list 50 more, but I'm not going to talk about those. Now, you want to talk about FBTC pairing? I actually have it here, if I'm correct. Let me just check. Shorts, longs. I'm sure I had it here somewhere. No, it's not. Okay, let's bring it here. All right, let's do it on this one, because I was tracking the longs and everything. FBTC. Right, let's do it on this particular one. Right now, there's another funny fact about this. Okay, let's talk about this. FBTC pairing currently, all right, currently you can see here 0.06. So what you're looking at when you're looking at these pairings, right, one of the fundamental things you need to understand is what does it mean, right? This is really, really nice, right? So actually, to show you an easy one, this is how it's done easier, right? Let's go to here, for example. Where is it? All right, let me just do it from here. Percentage price in BTC. That's what we need. Apply changes. right? Apply in things. So what you're seeing here, this is what it is, right? So remember when we saw Ethereum dominance over BTC, so we saw how Ethereum started to pump more, right? And we saw how this number changed. So currently 0.05 equals 1 Bitcoin, and 1 Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin, right? So we go back to this chart. Let me go back to this chart. Right, so currently we're here, and what you're seeing is where we were before. So the highest we had was when 1 Ethereum was worth 0.08, right? In fact, that's nothing, because the all-time high, if you go back, let me go back as far as I can. Here, the all-time high was 0.15, which is like 15% of a Bitcoin. That's what we want. That's when it was around that level. I think you could use like 7 or 8 Bitcoin, 7 or 8 Ethereum to convert to 1 Bitcoin. You know, that's where we are. So currently, yeah, we're definitely high, but nothing close to the all-time high. And I think we might be able to go there. Now, coming back to this, you know, when we talk about Ethereum flippening BTC volume, right? So currently, look, Bitcoin volume is 19 billion, whereas in Ethereum volume is 16 billion, right? If Ethereum starts moving back up, the volume comes in and all of this price action and everything go. Now, remember, the biggest problem Ethereum has is the circulating supply. You know, if you look at it carefully, it's like 5-6 times the value. But if this circulating supply starts to drop from the EIP 1559, and the rumor has it that basically they're going to be launching it on the 4th of August, apparently. It's not confirmed. These are just rumors again, right? None of these is confirmed. We do know the last testnet have all activated. That's confirmed, but the live net hasn't, right? So mainnet hasn't activated. So what you got here is, you know, 5 times the supply. Ethereum has to start moving back up in the price. So if BTC stays here, and if Ethereum now pushes towards the 300 or 400 $1 billion target, and probably even starts pumping these numbers and starts to match these numbers, right? Then we have the chance to see, right? We have the chance to see Ethereum moving back up to these levels. Right, I mean 15 is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Actually, let me see if I can find another one. ETHBTC. Let me see. Yeah, this is gonna have probably. Well, I want Bitstamp actually. Bitstamp would have basically the longest chart data technically, right? So we can use this one. Right, so kind of the longest thing, and from here you can see the best highs it was 1.2. So, you know, 12% of a Bitcoin, that's not a bad deal. So that's a lot more accurate data in my opinion, because obviously Binance was launched in 2017, so Binance doesn't really have much of a data feed, but this is what I'm seeing, you know. So yeah, currently it's actually very positive for where the price is. I mean, if it's 0.05%, then you just need 20 Ethereum to buy 1 BTC. I mean, look at this at one point. I mean, if you look here, right, think about this, 0.01%. Look at this where we were here. You needed what was it, 0.01. So what would that be, about 100 Ethereum to buy 1 BTC or something like this? I mean, think about that, 100 Ethereum here, and currently you need what, you need about 20. It's not a bad deal, is it? It's not a bad deal. So definitely worth it, but you got to understand the methodology, right? If you bought Ethereum with BTC, that's where you're going. You cannot use this method to calculate the dollar value. You can't do that. If you entered with dollar, then all you're looking at is how much dollar you're going to make, right? And maybe at some point, if BTC dominance drops and this one's dominance is high, and all of a sudden you get this, then of course it's good for you to convert into BTC if that's what you want to hold on to. You understand what I mean? So there are definite methodologies that you have to understand. It's all about psychology, you know, complete psychology. You can't be looking at this price and this price together. You can't do that. You either focus on this or you focus on this, right? If you entered at a lower price on this and today you're making more money in this, that's what you should be doing. However, if you entered in this low price, for example, a lower price than this, and you made a significant gain here, so you're 4x, 5x up here, for example, right? Technically, this is 5x from where the bottom was. Can you see this? So if we're 4x here, then that's what you're focusing on. You can't be focusing on this. You see what I'm trying to say here? You know, because if you look at money value, then this is technically 20x than what I bought. So this is 20x and this is only 5x. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So you got to work out, am I going to be valuing in this, do a 20x in this from $90 to where we are now? Or am I going to be doing a 5x from 0.01 to where I am now? Which one's going to be better for me? You know? So these are certain metrics that you have to really, really understand. You can't just say like, you know, this one's going to be that or that one's going to be that. There's a lot going on. You can't, you know, it's really, really hard. So you have to understand it that way. Right. Thor chain, right? We were on Thor chain. Hold on, Thor chain. It was Rune. Are you any? Right, Rune, you know I'm quite bullish on Rune. I'm very bullish on Rune. And there's a reason, I've mentioned this before about Rune as well. Rune is one of those protocols that if you look carefully, all right, if you look carefully, until we had the little dump, Rune has been on a different level. It's been on a different league. So far, every time it dumped, everything, you know, it's been really, really good. So Rune is definitely in a good buy zone. And also, as far as a rumor goes, again, there's a lot of rumors out there, by the way, guys. So remember one thing, when the FUD comes out, it's breaking news. When the FOMO comes out, it's the breaking news. But when there's a lot of rumor going out, there's nothing. And the rumor is that Binance has been building this on the background, because Rune is the only kind of a decentralized DeFi which is currently completely anonymous. And it's good to be anonymous because you need to have something where, you know, you can't be stopped. I mean, you can see the current situation, the current level of control going on with Coinbase, Binance, and, you know, all sorts of other media outlets out there, right? So Rune definitely is one of those top coins that you want to hold, similar to Terra Luna. So Terra Luna and Luna Terra, or whatever you call it, and Thor Chain, Rune, definitely these are good holds, right? So if you are going to basically put some stuff in your balance sheets, then now is the good time, right? What we mean by that is if you look carefully at the market, right? So if we go back to total market cap, let me have a quick look. Total. Seriously? All right, let's do it from here. Sorry. As you can see, it's bugging out because I'm using so much resources here. It's bugging out. Let's go to this one. All right. Come on then. All right. So what you're looking at here, and this is the key, right, guys? This is the absolute key to understanding this, right? We are here, and where is it? No, sorry, my bad, not this one. I'm doing it in the wrong way. Sorry, guys. I'm actually at work, and you can hear all of this. So look at this. This is what you're looking at. Most of, right? So this is the entire 100% of the market. On average, we've got 56% down. So if someone says, is it a good time to buy something? Well, right now, if you believe in something, and by the way, bro, this one, this one goes to you too, right? If you are in XRP, right? If you like your XRP, this goes to you as well. You know what I mean? This goes to, it doesn't matter what coin. I mean, look, people are definitely fans in different things. This is the army I belong to. You know, if you belong into the XRP army, go for it. This is a new army I'm a mercenary on, so I'm not a part of the army, but I am definitely a mercenary for Cardano. You know what I mean? I'm a mercenary for Polkadot, right? So, you know, I'm a mercenary for Binance Chain. Well, you know what I mean, right? I'm up for hire. So, end of the day, I'm gonna show them a little bit because I believe in them somewhat. I believe in what they're trying to do. You know, you can't just hire me and say, right, dude, I want you to pump this. No, I'm definitely being a mercenary for this. This is the army I belong to. So if you have a coin that you like, there's no harm. Obviously, the only thing I'm going to say is just be careful about those shit coins that, you know, exist on anything on top 200, 300. I know some people say, well, that's where you find the gems. Of course you find the gems there, but that's where you get burnt the most as well, right? So I always try to say to guys, you know, stick around the top ones. For the sake of this, right? You know, some lower gems. So we've come to the $2 billion markets now. You know, the $2 billion, there's $2 billion here. You know, there's this particular one, obviously, you know, it's part of another coin. It's part of Theta. It's a distribution coin. Even this has $1.6 billion, right? So, of course, these are already established You have to understand these are already established, right? You know, blockchain coins. I've talked about this before. Blockchain coins are always a very good idea to hold on to because not blockchain, sorry, exchange tokens are always a very good idea to hold. So buy some, hold on to some, but remember, right now you're picking it up. If it starts pumping and you can take your initial investment out, take it. That's what you need to do. Just take it. So yeah, I mean, there are plenty of hype coins. I mean, for example, Harmony is a very good coin. In fact, today I was actually researching how to build on Harmony. So I might even be building something on Harmony just for a joke, you know, for fun. I don't know. I'm going to burn some Harmony and I'll probably build something. So I was looking at Harmony as well, looking at the blockchain, very similar to Ethereum. So I was quite happy. It was like, okay, something familiar because I've done a lot of work on Ethereum and I know, you know, how the code base looks, and Harmony 1 was very similar. So I was quite happy with that. This is a coin that's been pumping like hell, in my opinion, because it just kept on jumping. But to where and how far, we don't know. All right, he's already got that. Okay. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, so there's good coins out there. This coin, it's okay, it's pumped. Trust me, I bought it at pennies, I sold it, I made a ton of money on this, but I actually only bought this coin when I was holding my BTC as a test. So I did a test on Nexo, the platform. I talked about it yesterday, the Nexo debit card, and I was testing and I realized that you get a lot more fees if you have Nexo there as well. So that's what they do. They force you to buy some of their tokens and hold it, and as long as you have a certain amount, then you get a certain amount of fees and whatnot. I don't know what it is, but that's what it was. It just privilege. And but I don't use the platform. As I said to you guys, I don't use platforms to save anything. If I do, then I'll do it on an exchange or somewhere if it's just there. But when it comes to holding, normally I don't like to hold it here. I just shove it into my cold storage and leave it there. That's the best. Small amounts on exchanges. The reason is because obviously, just in case something happens, you have your eggs in different baskets. You're going to be safe that way. So I always say open 10 different exchanges. There's no harm. There's no harm. Open. I'll give you a good example. A brother, where is he? Is here? Sorry, 1 second. Let me just check. So, particular brother here, Mr. Prince Manan, right? So he was here earlier on. He was actually here face to face visiting me earlier on. And what happened was he wanted to take some money, about £1,000 worth, out of his what do you call this? His Binance account, and he wanted to move it out and cash out, take the money out. He needs it for something, right? But he couldn't. So he had GBP sitting in there, which he couldn't take out. So what did he do? He ended up basically sending it to another account because he's got plenty of accounts. And he couldn't send the GBP. So what he did, he bought some Binance coin, and then he sent his Binance coin over to another exchange. And in the process, he actually ended up making some money. So he ended up doing some arbitrage, right? So he paid low fees to move it. He went to another exchange. He actually got all of the stuff from that exchange and made about 30 quid more than he would have. Got his money out instantly. So that's the benefit you have. Sometimes you can't move money. So this is the typical problem that you've got. You can't move the money. So what do? You move your crypto. Cryptos are fine. And in the process, you got lucky, made 30 quid more than what he was sending. And he's already withdrawn the money because he sold that on the other exchange. He got his GBP and he sent that. So that's the purpose of having multiple exchanges. It's not just about buying different coins and whatnot. It's also about you being flexible. Okay, you're going to block me. I'm going somewhere else. So why am I so calm whenever something like this, all these exchange FUDs and this and that happen? Because I don't have too much money in the exchanges. I've got them all split in different places, separated. And so if something happens, I can easily send the crypto part of it. Remember, I don't hold GBP. I actually hold USD, right? And USD as in USDC, USDT. That's what I hold. In fact, if the USDT FUD comes along, I think I'm going to just convert it 1-for-1 and go into USDC because obviously they're a little bit more centralized and I'm sure they're tracking everybody that's using USDC. So I'll definitely go onto the USDC or something and move. That's what I'm going to do. But I like to stay on those coins because it's easier for me to move them because they're crypto. That's what it is. Yeah, stop smiling. I can see you, bro. So, but it's good. Listen, that's what you need to do. And even today, I told you as well, bro, Prince, Open as many crypto exchanges as you can. It's free. What's it going to cost you? Nothing. 5 minutes of registration, and maybe, you know, you do a verification there and then it takes 48 hours for you to be verified. Do that. All right, there's no harm. Trust me, if I have the option, and I have, trust me, I think I've got accounts on probably 50 different exchanges. I think I have accounts in 50 different exchanges, but I'm not. 1 second, let me just quickly check this. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, but I'm not just you know, doing what do you call this? You know, for me, I'm not just going around and saying, okay, you know, 50 exchanges. This one's going to do that. One's going to do this. None of that business. You know, I'm just looking and I'm saying, I need to have a backup to my 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 backup. We can make a song out of this, right? Back, right? What we got to do is back up everything, right? Because it's a common problem a lot of people have, right? A very common problem a lot of people have. They just buy one thing and they rely on that one thing. Coinbase, rely on that. No, you don't do that. Like today, I talked about debit card, right? And I said, have crypto debit cards. What's the harm? It's going to probably cost you 5-10 quid, but it doesn't matter. Have as many crypto debit cards as you can, because imagine you had a crypto debit card and you were blocked from how much you can withdraw and whatnot. Well, you can go to a cash machine and just take the money out. Or if you had to pay for something, and that's what he was going to do, he was going to pay for something, well, you can literally just go and just pay instantly with your debit card. Problem solved, right? So sometimes you got to think 10 steps ahead, right? It's not just about being 2 steps ahead. Think 10 steps ahead, you know? Have multiple accounts, have multiple debit cards like I do. I've got multiple Ethereum debit cards. I've got multiple crypto, multi-asset crypto debit cards. You name it. If it comes out, I've got it, right? Why? Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to put my eggs in one basket. You know, I'm not taking that risk. So, yeah, guys, if there's anything else, let's talk about it. If not, then I'm going to call it quits. It's about, yeah, it's almost about 10 p.m. right now. I'm going to shut down the place because it's dead today. So if there is anything else, please let me know. If not, then, yeah, let's go. And I hope you like the little background, what you're seeing there. I love this one, the way it live updates. So it's taking up a lot of resources, obviously, but it's doing it live. And I love that. I love that. So I'm just going to wait and see if there's any other questions or if there's anything else you guys want me to talk. But I hope you understand regarding the Apple FUD, right? Or not FUD, like Apple nonsense. It sounds like pure fake news. I mean, you know, someone's spreading a rumor, but nobody's reacting to it, right? Do you know when you know the rumor is true? And this is funny. Check this out. If institutions are putting up a rumor, then they will react with the rumor exactly the same way. So if they're saying, oh, Apple bought it and they spread the rumor, right? They will trigger the market to look like it was true and they will actually pump it. It will be a fake pump, right? But they're not doing that. Do you understand? They're not doing that. Today, in fact, the market is down. So market's just normal. Whoever these people are, they're probably unknown, but somehow some media has picked it up and started publishing it. Right? It's not the best news, the biggest news, but it's just something for them to write about. Because think about it. I mean, recently, for the last over 1 year now, right? 1 year, 3-4 months right now, all they had to talk about on the media was what? COVID. And then when it comes to crypto news, all they had to talk about was China FUD, India FUD, that FUD, this FUD. It was just FUD, and FOMO. There wasn't anything else. They've run out of stories. In fact, someone recently showed... who was it? Crypto Banter, actually. He actually talked about it. He actually proved something that since 2013 to now, there were some news articles using the same article, the same duplicate copy, pretty much every year. So, you know, he's an inside man. Obviously, he's a news guy. He used to be in the CNBC, so he knows his shit, right? But that's what was going on. And when you look at that, you think, that's just hilarious. You know, hilarious how these guys have basically come along and, you know, done this kind of stuff, you know. So, guys, is there anything else you want me to talk about? If not, then, yeah, I mean, listen, there's not really much going on. BTC, what to expect? I know you're probably waiting for this one. Let's drop this one for you. So, BTC, what to expect, right? Today, for example, let's go into... So, I'm going to use this on a... Actually, let me do it on a 4-hourly. It's better on a 4-hourly. Let me do it on a 4-hourly. So if we were to have a dump or anything like this, and you know, if we are to expect anything, so today, guys, the lowest, right, the lowest we can use, and we're using this metric here, the lowest we've got currently is showing 30,700. However, there's one more metric here that we can use actually, all right, which is this metric here. If we use this this specific metric here, give me a second, I always do this, I don't know why, right? If we use this specific metric here, right, then the lowest we could have is a 31.5. So we got a range between 30,500 and 31,500. So that should give you a rough estimate, so you understand what's going on. So we got this level here, right, to 30,000, where is it, 500, somewhere around here, I believe. I'm just trying to go slowly. So approximately here, basically. So we've got a range around here, basically. So from 31,496 or 31.5, just call it, right, to 30,500. There's a $1,000 difference if we did have a dump, which is fine. This is exactly what we can expect, and then we could expect a rebound. That's another thing. There's a big if and but there, right? And that's if it breaks and stays below this line. So far, if you're looking at the 4 hourly, you can see that it did almost push down, but it held it. However, remember one other thing as well, this is a fact as well, that this line is not confirmed, right? This line itself is not fully confirmed because this is a trend and it's being made as we speak, right? So it's been adjusting on a regular basis. So we originally thought it was going to be this direction, right? We thought it was going to be like this, for example. It didn't work, you know, and then it just kept on moving until it's come here. It hasn't confirmed it. We need at least minimum 3 touch points for us to confirm this is the trend line. You know, we almost had it here as well. Again, it broke that. So this is the reason why we need to actually get this trend line intact for us to understand what's going on. Hi, Emery Allen, XRP Strash. Listen, each to their own. Honestly, each to their own. Because the fact is there are people with different, I know, they have sentimental values, or probably they're holding or something. It doesn't matter. If it benefits you, that's what matters, you know? So ultimately, I mean, look, there's 10,800 or 900 coins right now. Let's have a look and see. Hold on one second. Let's have a look and see how many coins there are. Let's have a look and see what we got. Yeah, so we've got 10,884 coins, right? 10,884 coins. You know, obviously when you start going anywhere below the 2,300 or even the 4,500, there are some good coins on the 4,500. I mean, those are old projects that have actually, you know, old projects that we've had back in the days, who have just kind of the cap didn't grow any further, if that's a good way of saying it. All right, sorry guys. Go for it, whatever. No worries, go for it. Sorry guys, obviously on live, and I'm still working, as I said to you. So I had a phone call, so I had to quickly answer that. I hope you guys did not take any offense to this one while I'm working. This is the life, right? Unfortunately, you gotta make a living, right? You gotta do your thing. So yeah, as I was saying, having a coin, any particular coin, it doesn't matter, right? Each one to their own. You have your value, you have your certain thing, you have your following. It doesn't matter. Like, I know people, and I'm not joking, I know people who hate Cardano, and I'm like, well, what's the valid reason for that? I know people who hate ETC, which is Ethereum Classic. Why? What's the reason for that? So they all have their own reasons. You know, I know people, for example, you know, what's the other one? Yes. So I'm sorry about that. So yeah, you know, different people doing their own thing. You know, what they hate something and they love something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, you can stick to the main ones, or you can, you know, dabble yourself in all sorts. Like, there are people who are, like, we talked about this, right? If someone buys Doge, and you have something coming out and saying, oh, there's a Doge killer. Well, I'm sure the person, if they're interested, they're not going to dump their Doge and go and buy the Doge killer. They'll probably buy or dabble themselves in both of them. There's no harm in that. There's 10,884 coins to choose from, right? So you have your best ones, you have your favorites. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, all I say and I advise to people is just be careful. Right, be careful, because the thing is there may be a rug pull or whatnot. It could be anything, right? But what if you can always take your initial investment out as soon as you can. All right, it's not about making the 100x, the 200x. Trust me, it's not about that. In crypto, for you to be a smart investor, it's all about making a small percentage and getting out. What do you think the institutions do? Do you think the institutions are interested in making a 300% gain, 1,000% gain? No. If that's what they're interested in, guess what they do? They invest in it before the token launches. After the token launches and during a market cycle, if they buy, they're looking for 5-10%, and those are the dips you see on a daily candle. You see a daily 10%, daily 5%, daily 4%, whatever. That's what you're seeing, because that's what they're making, right? Because remember, when you're talking about $1 billion, right? In $1 billion trade, if you make 1%, do you know how much that is? $10 million. Very simple, $10 million, right? You know, so that's the kind of level of maths you have to do to understand that the bigger the trade, you know, the buy and sell. So if they're purchasing something, they made 5% more, then they can basically dump it and take that 5%, and that's worth a lot of money. So imagine making $10 billion a day, right? You know, very simple, $10 billion a day, you make that, sorry, $10 million, sorry, my bad, $1 million. So you make $10 million a day. Well, over 365 days, that's a lot of money. That's 3,000. So that's like $3.6 billion you can make. Think about it, you know. So yeah, other than that, I hope you found this informative. You know, it's not about information. I think this was more to do with just catching up with people and just talking about something. But listen, only Apple knows if Apple bought $2.5 billion worth. That's all I'm going to say. The market's not telling us anything, right? The rumors are telling us everything. Like, rumors are rumors, but market's not saying anything, you know, because I'm sure Apple would want to go and tell everybody. It's like, what was it? Windows. I've told you, Windows, they know about it. They're dabbling in it. They're doing whatever. They don't want to talk about it publicly. Publicly, they diss it, right? Publicly, they diss it. But they do own this kind of stuff, right? And now they've come up with certain things. But again, they said they're working with the technology, but they didn't say they bought any. And I'm telling you, they're going to come out one day, right? I'm telling you, it's inevitable. They're all going to come out. We've had the surge of institutions come in. 2017, the institution came in and they tested it. They just tested the waters. Okay, is this cold enough? Is this warm enough? That's what they did, all right? And come 2020, right, what they said, we're going in. And they went in and they took the market. They took the control. That's what they did. They controlled the market. So yeah, other than that, guys, if you're here, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one. I'm not going to talk anymore on this one, but let's do this kind of stuff more. I want to see you guys ask me questions and let me try and answer. So ask me anything, obviously, apart from my balance. Nobody asks the balance. Remember, #1 rule in crypto, you never ask for somebody's balance and you never tell anybody what your balance is. But other than that, ask me anything. We talk about it. We do this kind of a thing, more like a crypto catch up, right? So we do a crypto live catch up and then everyone just catches up and we move forward from there. We're on a mission to go to 1 million subscribers. If it takes a decade, I don't care. If it takes me to lose the rest of my hair, I don't care. We're going to get to 1 million subscribers. That's that. And there's plenty of other stuff we're working on, plenty of other stuff that I want to soon bring out to the community. Also, we have a members section. You can see the link in the description. That's just basically currently you'll be supporting the channel, but soon I'm going to be upgrading and adding more functionality to those. So if somebody becomes a member, I might introduce some kind of a course or something. I don't know, but that's what you're getting as a member for a very small token. So other than that, nothing else. And also just wanted to make one thing very, very clear. I don't do any of this for money. I want to make this clear to everybody. I don't do this for money. Whatever money comes from the thing, it will all go to a good cause. So end of the day, it's not for me. I'm not doing this for money. This is not my bread and butter. However, I am doing this full time. I do put a lot of energy and I enjoy the fact that we've got loads of subscribers, we've got loads of people watching and it's growing. I enjoy that because we've had a steady growth and that's what I enjoy. So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one, right? So let me see if I can